Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Knicks MyNBA franchise here on NBA 2K23. Today we are kicking off the postseason here in year number 4, but the question is, against who? Our Knicks are currently the number 1 seed, and we are awaiting to find out who we will play against in the first round, with the result of the play-in tournament looming. We wrapped up the regular season in the last episode with a record of 58-24, which is good enough for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference playoffs runs through New York. We will have home court advantage up until at least the NBA Finals, if we were to obviously make it that far. While in the West, the Rockets, the defending champs, clinched the best record in the league at 61-21. And here's a look at the results down at the bottom. The Bulls finished with the second worst record overall. Keep in mind, we do have their draft pick this year, and it is unprotected. I think our team is in a spot where we can contend for a title, assuming Jason Tatum's fully healthy, which I think he will be by the time we get to Game 1 of the first round. The pickup of Jarrett Allen at the trade deadline has been really big for us, along with the other young guys like Ramses, DiCarlo, Diablo, and even RJ Barrett, really producing for us. So, assuming Jason Tatum comes back, I think we'll be in a good spot regardless of who we play against here in the first round, but we will be finding that out now. The winner of the Cavs and Pacers game will be the 7th seed. They'll play against Detroit. The loser will play against the winner of the other game. I do not want to see the Cavs because they've made the finals 2 of the last 3 years. Yeah, they lost Donovan Mitchell, but I still don't want to play against them. And I also don't want to face off against the Raptors because we have their draft pick, and if we play against them, that would mean the Raptors would make the playoffs, and thus their selection is not a lottery pick. So we're rooting for the Pacers and the Hawks here, ideally. The Cavs would get 7, so hopefully Indiana can win. Pretty close, low-scoring game. The Cavs have the edge, and Cleveland's going to hold on, 92-94. Mobley with 17 and 17. Garland played well, too. So the Cavaliers have a 7th seed. They'll play against the Pistons. James Wiseman, of all people, got the game-winning shot. Way to go, James. So now we've got the Raptors and the Hawks. The loser is out. The winner will play against the Pacers for the 8th seed, and it'll be Atlanta. Toronto led for pretty much the entire game after a big first quarter, but the Hawks kept storming back, and they get the win with 39 points from Trae Young. So we don't have to play against the Cavs, and the Raptors are out. So this has worked out perfectly for us. I think I'd rather play against the Hawks here just because of the fun rivalry, but Indiana's a tough team too, and it will likely be Indiana. Very close game, but the Pacers win by 2 with 18 from Mathurin, George, and Surratt. So with that, the Indiana Pacers will be the 8th seed, and they will be our opponent in the first round of the playoffs, and the Atlanta Hawks are out. So it ended up being chalk in the Western Conference play-in tournament, and it ended up being chalk in the East. All the higher seeds won, so the play-in tournament ended up making no impact, essentially, this year. Let's take a look at the Pacers, who have not been playing great ball recently. They're 38-44, under 500. On paper, we should win this series, but I don't want to take these guys lightly. They've got 9 double-digit scorers, including Tyrese Halliburton, who's a great facilitator, the former Knick, Paul George, who was on the team last year, and Benedict Mathurin, who's turned into one of the better young scorers across the NBA. I know the Pacers are an 8th seed. I know they finished under 500, but I don't want to take these guys lightly. We get the good news that Jason Tatum is back. This is what the rotation is going to look like through the playoffs. We're giving our best players more minutes, and we're giving our young guys off the bench less minutes. So guys like Kabongo, Feinstein, and Royster will play less. Rock Khalif Dumbu for now won't play at all. We're really going to be a 7-man rotation with these top 7 with some energy minutes from these young guys, and maybe Dumbu will find himself in that cluster as well. So that's what the rotation is going to look like for the start of the playoffs. And let's hop right into it with games 1 and 2 at home at the Garden against the 38-44 Indiana Pacers, who lost to the Cavaliers to start the play-in tournament, but they were able to get the 8th seed with a thrilling victory over the Atlanta Hawks. So the Pacers and the Knicks, the winner of this postseason series, will face off against either Charlotte or Orlando in the second round of the postseason. So the Knicks playoff run starts right here. Nurkic and Allen meet at center court for the tip. It goes to Nurkic, and we are underway between the Pacers and the Knicks here at Madison Square Garden. Who will be the first to score? Could it be Indiana? Here's Benedict Mathurin for 3 to put the Pacers on the board to start this game off. Halliburton over to Surratt. Sends it in the corner. Back to Mathurin. Step back. Mathurin with room. Buries the triple. Benedict Mathurin with 6 early points to start the game. Good start for the Pacers. Halliburton inside hits the jumper, and the Knicks got to call a timeout not even 2 minutes into the game. Not a very good start for New York, who's trying to get on the board here. It's Jason Tatum inside with the one-handed slam. Jason Tatum with the throwdown, and he gets the Knicks on the board. 8-2. Now your score. We'll see if the Indiana's offense can continue their hot start as Mathurin gets it over to the former Knick, Paul George, who was part of New York's short playoff run last year. He hits the 3. Here's PG again, knocks it down. Look at the score. The Pacers, not even 3.5 minutes into the game, lead at 16-2. The Knicks are getting dominated. They just got to get some kind of offense going. DiCarlo misses. Jared Allen does get the putback. But the Knicks look flat right now on both ends of the floor. They haven't been able to guard the perimeter, and their offense looks horrible. Benedict Mathurin sinks the triple. Indiana up 19-8. This is ugly. The Knicks offense is kind of figuring some things out, but their perimeter defense is still bad. Tyrese Halliburton wide open. Hits the easy 3. Indiana is living and dying by the 3 so far, and it is working. Here's Jason Tatum. Fadeaway. Spin move. Nice shot. Jason Tatum is starting to heat up a little bit as the Pacers lead 22-10. Pass is tipped and stolen by Coco Diablo. In transition, he tries to lob it for Tatum and is unsuccessful. I think he kind of shot that off the backboard as the Pacers are unsuccessful on their lob. Ugly basketball here in the first quarter of this game. Here comes Coco Diablo, drives inside. Nice pump fake by Coco, who gets the layup, and it's now 26-12. Diablo gets it over to Jared Allen. The big fella goes inside for Ramses, who gets the dunk. Nice backdoor cut by DJ Ramses, who makes a smart off-ball play. New York is starting to figure some things out, but they're still down by 12. Make it 15. A wide-open 3 for Benedict Mathurin, who is on fire. He's got like 4 or 5 threes here in the first quarter alone. Tatum, beautiful. Nice shot for Jason Tatum. He's got 8 points. The Knicks have not made a 3-point shot yet. Their shooting has just not been good. Jason Tatum's going to look to change that, and he does with a step-back triple. Jason Tatum's got 11. He's shown up. I can't say the same about anybody else on the offense as Kabongo blocks the shot. Final seconds here in the first quarter. Coco Diablo heaves up a prayer. Bang! A big end of the first quarter for the Knicks, who started off horribly, and now they're only down by 7, 29-22. Kabongo blocks another one. The third-year pro out of the Democratic Republic of Congo. On the other end, the rookie, Zachariah Royster, with his first postseason points as he dunks it home on Milton Surratt. The Knicks are all of a sudden only down by 5. Surratt wide open in the corner, and the Red Rifle hits the 3, former lottery pick out of Gonzaga. 32-24, here comes DiCarlo. Tries to lob it up. He's unsuccessful, but it's tipped right back to him. DiCarlo is at the right place at the right time as he makes the layup. 32-26, Halliburton inside for Nurkic. Over in the corner for Paul George. Nothing but net on the 3 for PG. 37-30. Here's Mathurin. He's gotten off to a huge start for Indiana. Over to Surratt. Look at the corner. Paul George wide open again, who hits the 3. Last year in the playoffs, Paul George couldn't hit an open 3 at times to save his life, and now against the Knicks, he can't miss. Here's DJ Ramses off the screen, hits the triple. Ramses' postseason was short-lived last year. If you remember, his first playoff game, he went off. Then in his second playoff game, he broke his ankle 3 minutes in. There's Milton Surratt, another 3. Indiana's perimeter shooting continues to be pretty much flawless today. Jared Allen inside with the slam. We saw Allen in the last episode have a game where he had like 30 and 16. I'm sure the Knicks would love to continue to get him involved offensively as Halliburton connects with Derek White, who's wide open for 3. The Pacers are continuing to just shoot the ball lights out. 50-39, Ramses step back, knocks it down. DJ Ramses is starting to heat up a little bit. He's got 10 as it's 52-42. The Pacers in team takeover mode, hoping to take advantage with Derek White. Wide open for 3, and he knocks it down. The Pacers continuing to hold on to a comfortable lead. 55-42. Tatum over to Ramses. Inside for Barrett, who has not scored yet. Looking to change that. But he finds Tatum, who cuts inside for the slam. Jason Tatum's got 17 points, showing why the Knicks gave him a Supermax contract in the offseason. Derek White misses, but he gets it back and slams it home. The Pacers up by 15 points with just seconds left in the half. DiCarlo with it, dribbling out the clock, screen from Tatum. DiCarlo to Allen at the buzzer, no good. Not a very good first half for the Knicks. Their offense has been shaky. Their defense has been an abomination. I mean, the Pacers' shooting has been ridiculous. I don't think you can realistically expect Indiana to continue to shoot the ball at this high of a level with this much volume and this much efficiency. But if the Knicks can't stop the perimeter shot, they are going to be in trouble with a capital T. Into the second half now, Tyrese Halliburton gets the scoring started for the Pacers, who appear to be picking up right where they left off. 63-46 now, George with it. He's on the wing, screen from Nurkic. George, heavily contested shot, will fall, and the Pacers are continuing to build up their lead. They're up by 19, the biggest lead of the ball game so far, as DiCarlo gets it over to Tatum off the screen, hits the three. It's nice seeing Jason Tatum play so well, but everybody else has got to show up. 65-49, Halliburton over to Mathurin again. Benedict Mathurin with another three for the Pacers as New York calls a timeout, trailing by 19 points. DiCarlo inside, no good. Grabs his own rebound, blocked. Kabongo ends up with it. Over to R.J. Barrett. Tough three is good. And R.J. Barrett is finally on the board. It took a while. 68-52, Jason Tatum has it tipped away and stolen by Benedict Mathurin. On the other end, Mathurin with a dime inside for Paul George, who makes the shot over his former teammate, DJ Ramses, and it's 70-52. Ramses hoping to get hot here for the Knicks. They need him to start getting some buckets as he sends it in the corner for R.J. Barrett, who hits another three. If Barrett can start hitting some triples, the Knicks offense can really hopefully start to flourish. New York playing a little bit better, but you can't leave Tyrese Halliburton that wide open, even though he's got such an ugly jump shot. Halliburton misses a free throw here. Baisley with the offensive rebound, no good. Second chance opportunity, and one for Alfie Kohn, the Frenchman. Ha-ha! Kabongo called for the foul at 77-55 as Tatum looks to drive inside. He's in a little bit of traffic, gets some room, and hits the three. Jason Tatum now has 25 points, and the Knicks are still down by 21. 79-58. Here's C.J. McCollum with it. Lobs it up for the big man, Alfie Kohn. Drafted in the first round a few years ago, really developing into a nice big man for Indiana. Coco Diablo with it. He's hoping to get hot. On the move, mid-ranger is good. The Knicks just need somebody to get hot, whether it's Ramses or Tatum or now Coco Diablo. They've got to have somebody who can get some points in bunches and put them back in the game. Open three. C.J. McCollum for three. It's now 84-60 with a little over a minute left in the third quarter. This game turning into an all-out blowout. Coco Diablo misses the shot. Diablo's taken the last 5 shots for the Knicks. They're just trying to get him hot, and it's just not working. He's not making most of them. Meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, Derek White, corner three, knocks it down. The Pacers are just dominating right now. They're up 91-66 here at the end of the quarter. Step back shot, no good. That'll wrap up the third here with a half-court heave from Patrick Feinstein. This game has been an utter disaster. I think there's no realistic way the Knicks can come back in the fourth quarter, so unless this game is close, I think we're just going to skip right through to the end. I will say the Knicks made the score look competitive in the fourth quarter. Diablo at the buzzer, no good, and that'll wrap up Game 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. A shocker, as the Pacers win it 116-103, but the score doesn't really do this game justice. Indiana dominated from start to finish. They started the game on a 16-2 run, and they really didn't look back. New York started to play a little bit better at times in the first half, but they just were not consistent. And then in the second half, things went from bad to worse. Jason Tatum was really good, though. 36 points on great efficiency. Nobody else was all that impressive. Ramses at 18, Diablo at 15. The perimeter shooting was not all that efficient. Can't say the same about the Pacers, though. George with 25, Halliburton with 20, Mathurin with 17. The Pacers went 20 for 35 from three. You're not going to see many better shooting performances than that. I don't think we can realistically expect Indiana to shoot the ball that well, but our perimeter defense has to be better. And to make matters worse, Zachariah Royster has back spasms, so he's going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks. He wasn't getting that many minutes anyway, but still unfortunate. So that'll bring us into Game 2, and if we do not win this game, we are in a lot of trouble. We cannot afford to go down 2-0 going into Indiana where the Pacers would have all the momentum, because at that point, the upset could be realistically possible. That starts with defending better on the perimeter, and that's not a good start as Milton Surratt hits the open three. The offense has got to make some plays early, unlike Game 1, and that's a good start as DJ Ramses hits the step-back three to put the Knicks on the board. New York had to set this tone. They did not do that in Game 1 at all. They've got to make some plays early. DJ Ramses on the step-back, hits the mid-ranger. He's got 5 in the opening minute as we're now tied at 7. Pass is stolen and intercepted by Milton Surratt. Here comes the Pacers in transition. Paul George with it, has Halliburton open at the top of the key. Again, that shot is so ugly, but it goes in, and that's all that matters. 10-7 now your score. Halliburton's floater will not fall. Surratt grabs the offensive rebound and gets the putback. And again, the Pacers find themselves ahead early as it's 12-7. Tyrese Halliburton lobs it up for Surratt, and he is unsuccessful. The Knicks looking to run the floor. Their offense started off hot, but it hasn't been as good as of the past couple of minutes as Jason Tatum hits the shot on the move for his first points of the night. Now it's 12-9. Tatum back with it, drives inside, and gets the and one. It looked like he was going to go for the dunk, but instead he goes for the layup, and that fools Paul George as we are now tied at 12. Here's George with it. Gets it over to Milton Surratt for 3. I think Tatum was expecting Surratt to drive inside, but with how the Pacers have been shooting the ball from the perimeter, you just got to lock down the three-point line. R.J. Barrett hits the 3 in the corner. 19-17. Both teams shooting the ball pretty well right now. Indiana picking up where they left off from Game 1 as Paul George sinks the 3, and it's now a 5-point Indiana lead. 22-17. DeCarlo loses it. Paul George tipped it initially. It's stolen by Tyrese Halliburton, who takes it on the other end for the layup. Man, these guys are not your ordinary 8 seed. They have been impressive 2 games in a row. What a pass by George behind the back for Surratt. The Pacers are up by 9. New York's got to start walking towards the panic button. This could get bad if they don't go on a run. Cam Reddish hits the corner 3, 27-22. Diablo heaves one up and gets it to fall. Big-time shot by Coco Diablo. The offense looks a lot better than it did early in Game 1, but the defense still has been quite shaky. Here's Barrett in the corner, knocks down the 3. Nice shot for RJ. It's now 29-28 following possession. Cam Reddish off the pick and roll. Reddish over to an open man. It's Patrick Feinstein who knocks it down. The Knicks are red hot. They cannot miss from beyond the arc. 33-31. Pacers get their lead back. Diablo in the corner for R.J. Barrett, who hits another one. 33-34. Final seconds of the quarter. Shot no good by Halliburton. It's Cone with the putback slam. Alfie Cone puts the Pacers ahead 35-34 in a very high-scoring, high-octane first quarter. Both offenses looked brilliant. Into the second quarter, Pacers up by 1, not for long. Coco Diablo in for the dunk. Coco has been very productive today with 7 and 4 off the bench, really playing well right now for the Knicks. He's been a big reason why the offense has caught fire. As Tyrese Halliburton hits the triple, that'll put Indiana back ahead. Pass is tipped away and stolen. Rams is with it over to Jason Tatum. Tatum thinks about the 3, doesn't take. Gets the screen from Allen. Tatum tries to get it in for Allen, and he does, who gets the dunk. It looked like Surratt was going to swat the pass, but it was perfectly placed into the hands of Jared Allen, who dunks it. 42-40. Here's Diablo. Pull-up jumper is good in front of Surratt. And it's now 40-44. DeCarlo inside with a great pass. Tatum misses, grabs his own rebound, and gets the putback. Jason Tatum playing bully ball down low. The Knicks lead by 6, and George is blocked by Jared Allen. New York's defense, for the first time in this entire postseason series, is looking good right now over these past few minutes. 43-46. Rams is in the corner. Bang! New York is back ahead by 6 following possession. Reddish for 3. Won't fall. Jared Allen's fair with the rebound, his 7th. And he gets the layup to fall off the offensive rebound. 45-51, 3.5 to go in the first half as Ramses hands it off for Tatum. Deep 3. Got it! The Knicks are playing great basketball in the second quarter. The team is now in takeover mode. They've got to take advantage and go on a big run and take a big lead before halftime as Jared Allen gets another offensive rebound, makes the putback layup. New York up by 11 with about 2 minutes left to go in the first half. The Knicks finally look like themselves, but Benedict Mathurin does hit the open 3. Indiana staying in it, though. This game is far from over. As the Knicks are out of takeover mode, they really didn't take advantage and go on a big run. There's Ramses up for the slam. A reverse jam to put the Knicks up by 10. Under a minute left in the half. Here comes DiCarlo. Inside, he's blocked. Alfie Kohn showing off his size as he gets the denial on the other end. It's Benedict Mathurin for the slam, the native of Canada. 52-58, final seconds of the first half. Barrett in the corner, no good. That'll wrap up the first half. Overall, pretty good for the Knicks, but perimeter shooting has been phenomenal. Defensively, it's been up and down. The Knicks have had some good moments, but not overly consistent. New York's got to keep playing this well, particularly on offense. And if they do, they can win this game, tie the series up at 1. Again, they cannot afford to lose the first 2 games at home, nonetheless, or else they could find themselves in real trouble. Nice move by Cesar DiCarlo, the Italian stallion, putting the Knicks on the board here in the second half, 52-60. The Pacers looking to respond quickly as Tyrese Halliburton throws it down. 54-60 now. Ramses, step back, 3-ball, got it. DJ Ramses was productive in the first half. Got to see him continuing to make shots in the second half as DiCarlo sends it over to Barrett. He had a nice first half. Step back, bang! Big time 3 by R.J. Barrett, doing a great job of creating his own shot on that play. George over to Surratt. 3-ball is good. Indiana's starting to heat up a little bit again from 3. If they can get on a run, they can put themselves in a good spot here in this ball game. 59-68. Tatum hits the jumper over Milton Surratt, and it's now 59-70. George with it, looking for the screen from Nurkic. George for 3. Got it. Nice shot for PG. It's a 10-point game. The Knicks are continuing to hang on to a comfortable enough lead, but the Pacers are continuously hanging in there. Alfie Kohn gets the layup, and it's 66-74. Following Indiana possession, Mathurin gets Reddish fooled on the pump fake, hits the shot, and Indiana's continuing to climb back in it as it's 68-74. 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Diablo with it. Gets it over to a wide open Jason Tatum, who hits the 3. I know the Knicks have not played great here in this opening stretch of the playoffs, but I've got to say Jason Tatum has been as good as advertised. Tough corner 3. What a shot! Oh my goodness. A big-time play by Derek White. 71-79. Just under 4 to go in the third. It's Kohn, the big fella, inside for the slam. 73-79. Here is Diablo trying to make a play. Gets it to Tatum, who knocks down another one. Jason Tatum looks unconscious right now the way he's scoring the ball. Diablo no good. Kabongo with the rebound is 5th. He tries to back down on the smaller defender and takes advantage as he makes the layup. The Knicks continuing to hold a comfortable lead. They're up by 10. Here's McCollum. There's a wide open man in the corner. It's Derek White who hits the triple. It's been back and forth here in this third quarter. The Knicks holding on to a nice lead, but Indiana continuously staying in the ballgame. There's Coco Diablo in the corner with the 3, getting Coco crazy. 79-87. DiCarlo nearly loses it, does a good job to recover and get it back. Hands it off to Ramses. Deep 3. Got it! Big time shot for DJ Ramses. He is on fire. 9-point lead for the Knicks. Ramses again in the corner. Hits another one. New York's 3-point shooting this entire game has been almost as good as Indiana's was in Game 1. About 10 seconds left in the corner. Mathurin, bang! Big shot for Bedmath. 84-93. Very high-scoring game. DiCarlo with it. At the buzzer. No good. He does not get the toilet roll to fall. 84-93. Very competitive third quarter. Both teams look so impressive on offense. The Knicks holding on to their lead, but the Pacers continuously fighting as DiCarlo starts the 4th with a layup. 86-97. Can the Pacers pull off a big comeback, or will the Knicks hold on to their lead? DiCarlo inside, tipped over to Feinstein, who throws it down. The white man's got some hops. 88-99. Here's Coco Diablo, tries to lob it up for Jarrett Allen. He's unsuccessful. Halliburton with nobody in front of him dunks it home on the fast break in transition. 90-99 now. Halliburton guarded by Reddish. Hoping that somebody gets open. It's Paul George off the screen from Surratt. Hits the 3. Pacers cut the lead to 6, now to 4. The closest this game has been in a while. Indiana's playing well. The Knicks need to respond as Killer Cam Reddish. It's a huge 3. 95-102. Rams is with it. Over to Diablo. Deep 3. Got it! The Pacers were only down by 4 And now, seconds later, they're down by 10. Rams is looking for another one. Bang! Another 3 for the Knicks. All of a sudden, they lead by 13 points. Right when the Pacers are making this a game, New York responds in a major way, and they're not done. Coco Diablo throws it down. It's a 15-point game with just over 3 minutes left to go. The Pacers need to get hot. That's a good start. Benedict Mathurin hits the 3. 100 to 116, about 2.5 minutes to go. Indiana needs pretty much a miracle at this point as Benedict Mathurin hits another one. 103-116. DiCarlo with it, trying to make a play. Goes inside for the big fella, Jared Allen, who tips it in. He is 10 and 17. That's a double-double, and that's your dagger. The Knicks take game 2, 122-111. Very competitive matchup. New York had the lead really for the entire game, but Indiana fought until the end. They were in this game up until the last 2 minutes or so. I think this series is going to continue to be a dogfight. You don't normally have many 1 versus 8 matchups go 6, 7 games. I think this series will. I wish we could have played a little bit better to start off, but this Indiana team, they're filled with dogs. 26 for DJ, 24 for Tatum, 21 for Diablo, 20 for Barrett. That's 4 guys over 20. Jared Allen finished in with a double-double, and with both teams, particularly us, shot the ball very well from 3. Halliburton, Mathurin, and George with 20 apiece. Cone with 18. Surratt with 15. Both teams are just shooting lights out from 3. The Pacers 46% after shooting almost 60% in the first game, and we shot 54%. The three-point shooting from both of these teams is at another level, and we are watching high-level playoff basketball from both of these offenses, and these Pacers are not your ordinary 8th seed. Maybe I would rather play against Cleveland or Toronto right now because the Pacers are damn good. That'll wrap up the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to use code Octagonal Gaming for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Peace out.